It's Healer888 and welcome back to my channel. I'll be sharing some interesting information and synchronicities that I felt led to share, and I also do believe that the creator, the universe and spirit speaks to me through numbers and synchronicity. Now, just so you know, there are no financial advice on my channel, nor am I a financial advisor. Like I always mention, try and discern all information as best as possible. The creator, the universe and spirit will take care of the rest, in my humble opinion. You know, follow your own intuition and you will know what's best for you, and if it's meant for you, it'll resonate with you. So welcome back. So here, what you're looking at is another vehicle. So if you've watched my previous video, I was trying to tie everything in regards to the XRP and all the other things. I'm also gonna tie in something with Sister Sharon from Now Daily Bread, also in this hopefully in this video. So in my previous video I did mention about Woo Dude and the 222s and the 444s. It was just flying around, and you name it. So these are just evidence. All these stuff that you're seeing now is things that I've actually printed out. That's I've captured from my phone and saved it. And the reasons for everything, sometimes you're thinking, why am I doing this? But it's your gut, that intuition that leads you to do it, and in the end you'll end up seeing the reason why you're actually doing it. When the 222s and the 444s was flying over the place, this was happening in my life. It started to happen in my life as well. Now, like I mentioned, throughout everything that's going on now that I'm showing you, throughout that time I was always trying to work on bettering myself. Always bear that in mind, the efforts that you put in and wanting to be better. That is a big part of everything. So I always seems to just feel led to touch up on that at all times. So that starts to happen, and then so this is when I was driving, pretty much just look across, when you get that nudge to look, because there's so much vehicles go past you on a day-to-day basis. I just got that nudge to, hey, have a look, see 444 there. Okay, another one. This is another time I parked up, I think here, and then by the time I look up, it's like, hey, look up. It's like, hey, there you go, 444 there. Another time driving and look, get a nudge, have a look, 222 again, like, okay, starts to get all right, gets my interest. I start feeling like, okay, that starts to happen to me. The same thing Jay Snip was going through about the 222s, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And obviously throughout the time when I was seeing the 222s, we would keep talking about using discernment. So it's much more than what it is, and it's not just wrapped up around XRP. So he mentioned that spirit, did mention it's not just wrapped up around XRP, it's much more than that. So I started to think, okay, what's going on here? It's much more than that, because now I'm seeing these 222s. Now, if you can have a look here, this is a receipt. I got a receipt, and 444. This, go shop. You know what I mean? This is a electric meter. I don't know, got led to have a look at the meter at that time, and 222.122. if you can have a look, that's just the marker went across it there. Also over here on the scale, we just put something down, and then instantly what we put down in to weigh it at the time, I believe it was my partner that was doing this, and she put it out, and it was just like 222 came up immediately in front of us. video, length of the video here. It's like, okay, have a look. It's like I got led. Look, when the black mamba bites the hyena. These are just videos that I was just watching, or I was watching like animal stuff. I'm a big fan of animals and, you know, nature. I'm a nature person, nature boy, or nature man. Basically, I'm that fan. So I usually watch those sort of videos from time to time, and yeah, so I just felt led to that one, and the timing was just like, wow, okay, you know, spirit's talking to me. You know, there's things that's going on, and in the time while I'm seeing all of this, you know, and this is another part, you know, car park. While I'm going through this at the time, it was very weird in a sense, because I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I'm seeing these 222s and these 444s, and you know, and I keep remembering what Wudu said. He said, use your discernment. It's bigger than what, you know. It's not just one thing. So I keep looking at myself and looking at whenever I see the 222s, what happened before I seen it, you know, what happened after I've seen it, you know. So I've started to take very well noticed of these synchronicities and these, you know, numbers. So it just became really apparent, you know. It just starts to get really out of hand. I'll show you some more. Look, there's another one. That's electric meter 222 again. It's just strange. There's another Sainsbury's, you know, 444. You know, my attention again. I'm driving, you know, spirit give me the nudge, look up, look at that, 222 again. Like, okay, coincidence? Wow, okay. Another vehicle driving 444 in front of me. Like, okay, you know, turning on my laptop, opening the laptop, 222, you know, right on cue, you know, just walking along the streets, and that's just like a post, like a postcard that's on a how can I say, on one of those poles on the road, you know, like the street lamps and stuff where they put to advertise things, and you know, so I'm just walking by, you know, got a little nudge to have a look, and 222 again. It's like, okay, you know, driving vehicle in front of me, have a look up, okay, have a look. I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, 444. Okay, so the numbers start speaking to me, as you can see, very vigorously. It's like it gets way out of hand. This is just some of what's been going on, that, you know, I've got way too much you know, other stuff to show, but I'm not trying to get, you know, long-winded here. Just want to get to a level of understanding. All right, so yeah, so we're on about numbers. So we do understand that numbers are now speaking to me. You know, this is a hovercraft, that's a receipt. So you do understand that numbers starts to speak to me now. So I'm like, okay, now I got aligned again to, or guided to, go to Tom Numbers channel from Sight Club. Don't know if some of you guys know Tom Numbers. Cool guy. He used gematria to tie things in, and which is some very interesting things, you know, with DJT and Q, and you know, just a lot of information. So you know, you guys could check him out there. But I got led to him. But just before I go into the numbers, I need to give you just a little bit of a story with this information here. So in regards to the XRP, with the XRP, pretty much I've got a little story here. So I have two sons, and one morning, is it one morning? Yeah, one morning, or is it afternoon? Yeah, I believe it's the afternoon. I believe I picked him up, yeah, from school, and pretty much I was just with him. At the time, I was involved with XRP. At that time, I was in XRP with Jason, Dude, and whoever it was at the time. Like I said, no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence, please. So at the time, I got into it, and you know, I was just like, okay, I've seen the twos, numbers are speaking to me, and you know, I picked up my son, and then from school, as you can see, this is like I've taken a picture from inside the vehicle and what you're looking at now. So the story behind this, what you're looking at, is I picked up my son. This is how the universe and spirits work. It's amazing. I picked up my son, and I was just on about XRP and the Swift system, going through it in my head, in my mind, But when I picked him up, I was just like, "How's your day?" He's like, "It's good," and stuff. I was like, "What have you learned today?" and stuff like that. And he was just telling me about, he had a subject, and it's to do with, I believe it's he mentioned about some, oh, I can't even put my mind to it. He mentioned something in regards to the subject he was doing. It was a subject. I can't remember what topic it was, what subject it really was, if I should be really honest, doing this video right now. But when he mentioned it to me, I said, "Wow, son, so you see, it's a good thing I started to tell you about, crypto and stuff like that." And he's like, "Yeah, Dad, thanks, Dad, it's a good thing." I was like, "Yeah, son, because you know what, that's why the Swift system," because I was just telling him that that is involved with XRP, and I think XRP is gonna be the new, the thing that will change lives, and this, that, and the other. I was just telling him about that, and then while I was telling him, I was just sitting down chilling with him. He's next to me. I was just telling him XRP is gonna take over. It's gonna make some money, and hopefully Daddy will, get a house and we'll live, we'll be happy, and the story, the gist, and while I was telling him, I was like, "Look, XRP ledger will be, the base layer of the new financial system, because the current financial system is run at the moment it's a fiat system." Just telling him how it is, and it's called a Swift system. It's like a messaging board, messaging technology that sends data from back and forth kind of thing. So I was just explaining that to him about the Swift system and how XRP is going to take over at the ledger, and it's going to be the base layer with a few others, and So I was just going through that with him, and the spirit just gave me a nudge. I swear to God, I swear to the universe, the four corners of the universe, I swear, it's just like a nudge to say, "Have a look up, look there." It's like, okay, I've looked and I saw Swift. Immediately I was actually talking about XRP taking over the ledger, being the base layer of the new financial system, Swift. So I was just like, "Oh my God, oh my God." And then my son was like, "Dad, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, my son, you don't even want to know. Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm just talking to you about XRP taking over the Swift system." He's like, "Yeah, Dad." I was like, "Okay, son, have a look. What do you see there? What does that say?" And he went, "Swift." I almost, my mouth dropped. My son was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "What are the odds?" in the time when I'm talking to you about the Swift system and how XRP is going to take over, and that he, you know, has gotten some because I felt led to get some, blah, blah, blah. And wow, how strange. It's like a nudge from the universe, from spirit guides. Like, look, you're talking about that. Okay, here's Swift now. It blew my mind. This is when I realized, wow, okay, something crazy in a great way is going on. You know, this is absolutely mind-boggling. So from that point onwards, I realized something is really going on. So okay, I went on, and you know, like I mentioned, I started to follow Tom Numbers, who does Gamontia, and I just felt led to put my name into Gamontia. Now Jamontia, now that's my name there. You know, and in Gamontia it gives you like basically it breaks down names or names of people, places, or whatever into numbers. And it's like English Gamontia, simple Gamontia, and Hebrew. And with this, it started to, when I got led to use it and went on to it with my name, some interesting things starts to come to light to me. Okay, one of which I'll go on to now. So when I put my name into it and it gave me some meanings, like I mentioned to you in most of my well, my previous video and this video, basically things resonate with you. So a lot of stuff you come across, you listen, you watch, you read, you know, whatever, you know, some you brush aside and others stick with you because it's on that frequency that you're vibrating on or that you're trying to get to. Okay, so it'll sort of meet you halfway. If not, it will be on your frequency, your vibration. So I've actually gone in and just went in and put my name in. Now these things starts to come of light. Okay, this is what basically got me keen. X marks the spot. That's under my name. I've just blocked out my full name, so obviously I don't want to do that. But that X marks the spot. Where have I heard that from? I start to go back in my memory box. I've heard that X marks the spot, and then it gets me back. Okay, when I was going to buy, like when I was doing XRP, I came across Sister Sharon from Now Daily Bread, and she had a video saying X marks the spot. Well, why not take a listen, or let's have a look at that video, because it starts to become appealing to me. Okay, and if you can look beneath it, what does it say? What does that say? Ripple case settled. And what does that say? Very interesting. All under my name. This is under my name, the ones that sticks to me. So let's have a listen to Sister Sharon when she mentions X marks the spot.
So in this video, I'd like to revisit a dream that I had already shared with you. It's a dream that the Lord gave me many years ago, and I had touched on that dream in my video called What the Lord Showed Me in regards to the realm of finance. So I want to bring that dream in relation to XRP because when I had that dream, it was many years ago. It was maybe, I don't know, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know. It was a while that I had that dream. And in that dream, I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency. I don't even know if cryptocurrency existed when I had that dream. I don't think it did. And if it didn't exist, that means I probably had that dream more than 10 years ago, actually. But But anyway, the other thing is, I'd like to let you know that I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not qualified to help you to make any financial decisions. So you really must take everything I say to the Lord, you know. Yeah, take this word, this video, as a part of your search or your seeking in what the Lord is saying, you know. Text.
Yeah, so I'll just continue. I think the advert jumped in on my video, so I had to stop it there, and so I just continue.
And if the Lord does let me know something that he wants me to say, this is prophetic, this is from him, then I will say this is from the Lord, you know. Yeah, so anyway, you know, I already said to you that the Lord showed me X marks the spot, you know, when the Lord was speaking to me about XRP. That was
X marks the spot. Okay, do you see how the universe, you see how spirit, you see how the creator is working, Christ consciousness is working, putting everything together, pieces, you know. There's so many different people, variations, from Cliff I to JC to, you know, there's so many of us out there, but we are all one. And it's just amazing how the whole thing is happening. But anyway, let's carry on. X marks the spot.
one of the phrases that the Lord used when he was explaining to me, or when he was introducing me to XRP. Yeah, so he was using that phrase, X.
So the Lord was introducing XRP to her, and that's the phrase, and the X and stuff. So what would you think, with all the XRP images, the vehicle license plate that I've seen and shown on my previous video, what would you think that is? Let us carry on.
Marks the spot. Now, because this video, I'm mainly trying to reach a group of people who are probably on the fence, you know, in regards to cryptocurrency. I feel convicted in my heart to make this video and to do a call, a spiritual call, as it were. Yeah, so anyway, so the Lord said to me, X marks the spot. Now, a few years ago, many years ago, I had this dream, which I had already described in a video on financial, what the Lord showed me about the financial realm. And in that video, I described to you the dream I had where we were all standing outside, and there was the bank had, the banking system had switched to a completely different system. And it was like somebody pulled a curtain. Do you remember that dream? I said somebody pulled a curtain. And in that dream, I was very perplexed and very shocked, unbelievably shocked. And so was everybody else. And one of the things that got me so shocked and confused in the dream was I was asking myself, so where is, I said, what is this? You know, what about silver and gold? You know, I was just trying to make sense of how can they just switch the system. It didn't make sense. Of course, fast forward, you know, many years on, it's clear now that the reason why in the dream I was wondering, shouldn't it be gold or silver, is because I had no understanding about cryptocurrency. In fact, cryptocurrency was not known when I had that dream. I don't know if they were developed, if it was being developed behind the scenes, who knows, but we did not, nobody knew about cryptocurrency that time when I had that dream. Okay. So now recently I've been asking the Lord, I keep going back to that dream, and I keep asking the Lord, I said to the Lord, has that happened? Because now I feel that that's this, the fact that the system switched overnight. And in that dream, I said to you that I woke up, and I was so yeah, I was really scared, and not scared as in horror movie scared, but I was very concerned.
So I've paused it there. So let's go back to, so we're back here where is under Gomoncho under my name with X marks the spot. Okay, and beneath it, it has Ripple K settled. Beneath that, you know who that is, UJT. So that starts to ring some alarm bells, and I'm like, okay, what is actually going on here? Something is going on here, and I'm the universe, the creator, speaking to me. And like I said, never forget, I'm still working on developing myself, and do the things that needs to be done, as well as there's other things, spiritual development, that Voodoo has led me on to. And so with all that being said, X marks the spot, and that ties with what I've just shown you about Sister Sharon from Now Daily Bread. So I start going through other things on here as well. So I start going through other things under my name, and then you come across things like this: XRP the Storm, XRP Supreme Court. You starts to wonder. One tends to wonder. There is just so much, and this one resonated with me. Conspiracy theorists. I thought to myself, hang on, where have I heard that before? Where have I heard that already? And it was recently. It was some years ago, to be honest. In the time where I think it was, the jub thing was basically going on. And at that time, I was rooting, sort of like I could say, I was saying, how DJT, how they made him look, it's not the case. Somehow I felt led to go with DJT, because I just thought, no, something about him seems genuine, seems authentic. My energy was feeling his energy for some reason. So I was looking into, like I said, I was at the time, I was listening to Terabyte Janine, JC, who's mentioning about DJT and what's been going on. So all of that I'm feeling with that information, and I'm tying the whole thing in, and I'm like, okay, even to my own family, I was saying, look, this is the person, this person, because they were all watching media and the TV mainstream media, and just like locked in, and sort of throwing a bone at DJT, and I've been the one to say, no, this guy is this, and he's gonna do this, and blah blah blah. So I can show you for evidence. This is a family group here, auntie, cousin, you name it. Look, this is what a response of I gave information about what I think about DJT on what's going on, which is this information here. But let's go and have a look. This person replied to me was, because I never knew you was such a conspiracy theorist. A what? But whatever you choose to believe or don't believe, this thing is very serious. People are getting very sick and some are dying. Conspiracy theorist. Do you remember that? Isn't that interesting? So this is enough for this video. I'll tie some more stuff in, some more compelling stuff, some compelling information, some more things to tie in, and see how it all works out. Okay, like I said, thank you very much again. I appreciate your time for coming by and checking out my video. Your time is very important, it's very valuable to me, and I do appreciate your time. Okay, thank you very much, and God bless you and yours, and see you in the next video. So have a look at the next video. It is going to be as good as this one as well. So thank you, appreciate it.